My beloved child, you found this message, for it is not by luck, not by chance, but by destiny. The winds of the world have tried to scatter you out, to confuse you, to make you forget. But I am here to speak truth to your wandering heart. What I have to say could restore what you thought was lost forever. If you stay with me, every word will serve as a light through your darkness. You are not forgotten, you are not forsaken. This message is a gift to pin your heart and receive it. The answers have always been calling now. They are roaring, will you listen? In this very moment, I feel your pain. I sense the dull ache that throbs behind your quiet smiles and the heaviness that settles like twilight over your thoughts when you are alone. I am nearer than your own heartbeat, breathing with you, weeping with you, and surrounding you with everlasting arms. Nothing about your suffering is hidden from me. I watched every moment that led you here, the disappointments that chipped away at your hope, the sharp words that carved wounds across your tender heart, and the silent nights when anxiety pressed against your chest and stole your rest. I stood at your side through each unseen battle, gathering every tear as a treasure and recording every sigh as a sacred song. I do not merely observe your distress, I enter it with you, enfolding you in a mercy that cannot be exhausted. Allow these words to settle like warm light upon the cold places within you. Your pain matters to me, and I will use even this valley to usher you into a fuller life. Let my presence permeate the corners of your soul where fear still whispers that you are alone. Lean your weary head against my shoulder and listen to the cadence of my eternal love, beating steady and sure. I have placed a shield around you that cannot be breached by despair. Though the world may swirl with storms, take a slow breath now. Feel my spirit hover over you like a gentle dove, cooling the fever of anxious thoughts. I invite you to exchange the weight of unanswered questions for the certainty of my faithfulness. When grief threatens to drown you, recall that I once calmed an angry sea with a single command. The waves of your emotions obey my voice as surely as Galilee's waters do. Do not be ashamed of your frailty, for your weakness is the door through which my strength enters, pouring resurrection power into the darkest crevices of your need. I know how small you feel when the horizon seems crowded with giants you cannot fight and mountains you cannot climb. Yet I placed every star in the night sky, and not one has slipped from my grasp. Neither will I let you fall beyond my reach. The trials that surround you are not random, but carefully sifted through fingers that bleed with redeeming love. I am shaping you, refining you, and preparing you to carry greater joy than you have ever imagined. The heat you feel is not the fire of destruction, but the forge of transformation. Trust me in the waiting. Trust me when doors close and paths twist. Trust me when the answers remain veiled. I am writing a chapter of grace that could not exist without these pages of struggle. One day you will look back and see how every thorn cleared the way for blossoms, and how every tear watered seeds of holy courage within your heart. Let us walk together now, step by step, heartbeat by heartbeat, into the bright, spacious place I have prepared for you. Lift your eyes from the ground of discouragement and notice the signs of my provision that already litter your path. The friend who calls just when you're sinking, the verse that leaps from the page like a lifeline, the unexpected laughter that breaks through clouds of sorrow. These are not coincidences. They are love letters. They are reminders that I orchestrate details with exquisite care. Open your hands, release the clenched assumptions of how I must intervene, and allow me to surprise you with goodness beyond your petition. Rest is not the absence of responsibility, but the presence of my certainty. Come into that rest, breathe deeply of grace, and drink from the still waters of my promises until hope swells again like a fresh spring in your veins. Soon, sooner than you dare to believe, you will rise from this season carrying testimony like precious oil, fragrant with my faithfulness. The very wounds that ache today will shine as windows through which others glimpse my glory. I will make you a witness to the nations, a living letter that proclaims, nothing is impossible with God. Picture the day when your voice, once quivering with doubt, will resonate with bold assurance, inviting many to taste the peace you have found. Do not wait for that day to celebrate. Begin now, singing ahead of the sunrise and trusting that the dawn is already on its way. I am the Alpha and the Omega of your story, the author who writes grace on every line. Remain close to me, dear one. Let my love be the melody beneath every moment, the strength in every stride, and the joy that ignites every breath. As you walk forward, remember, I feel your pain, yet I also see your destiny, and I have ordained it to be beautiful beyond all you can ask or imagine. I hear the ache that cries out from your heart and joins the lament of all those who are also suffering. But I come, as always, with love, hoping you will receive my comfort and be able to leave in my hands those things that have hurt you so deeply. Enough of living like this. You can be free today. You deserve to be happy. Tell me that you receive me into your soul, and at this very hour, accept that my holy mantle dries your tears. I will enlighten you with the light of my word. I will cast out all darkness and fill your life with tranquility forever. Feel my words. Every beat of your heart trembles when you hear my voice. Certainly, your soul, your body, your spirit, and your mind are healing now. You can receive this holy relief that covers you like warm oil, flowing through every corner of your memories, bringing back the beautiful moments and carrying away the bad times forever. Dive into the river of this revival. Join the voices of heaven and raise your hands. Let adoration flow from your lips like a waterfall of living water, leaving a touch of faith, healing, and freedom wherever it goes. You are now entering through a supernatural door you never knew existed, but here you are. You have cried out so much, and because your suffering is mingled with your faith, I open this door for you. Enter into this new and holy way. Come, walk safely. Whatever you see, whatever you feel, know that with my powerful hand, I will hold you. I open your spiritual eyes so that you may see the armies that surround you, marching ahead, knocking down obstacles, and clearing your paths. You have the right and the authority to pray for your family, for your children. I give you the power to defeat the forces of evil, to trample on your spiritual enemy. Do it with faith. Do not fear. Nothing and no one will harm you. I know these words ignite a new fire of faith within you, burning away doubts and putting an end to discouragement. You are feeling it even now. Don't stop this feeling. Let it flow. Let it come with tears, with weeping, even with holy laughter. Let it flow. Stand up, or simply stand where you are. Raise your arms. Your problems will begin to disappear as you proclaim my promises and declare to the four winds that I am your God, your Lord, your Father, your sovereign King. Lift your voice, even if it trembles, and let the atmosphere around you hear the echo of your faith. When you speak my truth aloud, you align your heart with the eternal rhythm of heaven. Troubles that once loomed like towering mountains melt before the blazing light of my presence. Fear shrinks, anxiety loosens its grip, and despair loses its language, because every syllable of my word carries the weight of glory and the power of redemption. Do not wait for perfect circumstances or a flawless mood. Speak my name in the middle of your storm, and watch the winds obey the authority invested in you through my spirit. I have put my breath in your lungs so that you can fill your world with declarations of hope that override every whisper of dark. Come, child, sit in the warmth of my nearness and learn the cadence of kingdom confidence. Remember that your life is not dictated by the flickering headlines of this passing age, but by my steady hand which holds galaxies in perfect orbit. When the weight of unmet expectations presses on your chest, inhale my promise of new beginnings and exhale the heaviness of yesterday's failures. In this sacred exchange, you will taste a freedom that cannot be stolen. I don't call you to deny your pain. I call you to invite me into it, to hand me the tangled knots of your worries so that I can weave them into testimonies of my faithfulness. Reach for me the way a child reaches for a parent's steady hand while crossing a rushing street. I will lead you across safely, and on the other side, you will realize that even the roar beneath your feet was but a backdrop for the melody of my grace. Speak my promises in the morning, while dew still clings to the petals of possibility. Let gratitude be your first thought and worship your waking breath. Say, my God is with me. My Lord has gone before me. My Father watches over me. My sovereign King reigns within me. These words, soaked in truth, are more potent than any weapon forged against you. They build invisible ramparts around your mind, guarding your thoughts from the arrows of accusation and the darts of discouragement. When voices of condemnation rise, remember that I have already silenced every accusation at the cross. Allow my finished victory to echo through the corridors of your heart, and watch as shame retreats into the shadows. The moment you choose agreement with my promises, angels stand ready to minister, and blessings long prepared begin to unfold in your everyday moments. Coffee in hand, traffic lights blinking, conversations unfolding, laughter erupting, all infused with the awareness that heaven is closer than your next heartbeat. Midday may bring sudden clouds, unexpected emails, harsh words, or bills you did not anticipate. Yet even then, let my praise rise from within you like a river that refuses to run dry. Speak to the north, south, east, and west of your circumstances. Remind them who rules the wind and stills the sea. I did not design you to be a passive observer of life's storms, but an active partner in my redemptive plan. Your declaration is not a mere psychological exercise. It is a spiritual decree, backed by the authority of the one who spoke worlds into existence. As you partner with me, solutions will surface, creativity will spark, and courage will fortify your innermost being. Do not underestimate small acts of obedience. One encouraging text, one generous act, one moment of forgiveness. Each is a seed that, watered by my promise, bursts into harvest at the appointed season. Stand firm. The soil of faith knows how to yield abundance. When evening drapes its quiet cloak across the sky, let reflection turn into celebration. Trace the fingerprints of my goodness upon the canvas of your day. See how I shielded you from unseen danger, how I whispered comfort through an unexpected psalm, and how I supplied strength when your own was spent. Even the moments that felt empty were invitation portals into deeper intimacy with me. I am your shepherd who guides you through the valley and prepares a feast in front of every foe. Lift your eyes from temporary emptiness to eternal fullness. I have set a table where joy is your portion and peace your drink. Bask in the glow of my undying affection, and let the worries that once shouted now fade into silent reverence. Night cannot smother the flame of my love, for it burns with holy constancy, a lighthouse leading you home until the dawn of new mercies greets you again. Rest now, beloved, under the shelter of my omnipotent wings. Allow the cadence of my promises to lull you into deep, fearless sleep. I watch over you through every hour, numbering your breaths and surrounding your dreams with melodies of deliverance. While you rest, I am orchestrating answers to prayers you have barely formed, weaving together details beyond your comprehension. Tomorrow's battles are already met with tomorrow's grace, and nothing will catch me off guard. So release every lingering concern into my capable hands. They were never meant to fit into yours. As you yield, you will wake renewed, your spirit humming with anticipation of what will unfold next. Remember, my word spoken through your lips is a key that opens prison doors, a torch that lights hidden paths, and a banner that signals victory to the hosts of heaven. Proclaim it boldly and watch your problems dissolve in the brilliance of my sovereignty. For I remain forever your God, your Lord, your Father, your sovereign King. From today onward, you walk hand in hand with me. Face your problems with faith. You will fear nothing and no one. You will not suffer, for my affection heals you, and with my love I will cover you. Don't believe the voices of pessimism or bad news. Your future is not sad or gray, for I know the plans and thoughts I have for you. It is my desire and will that you may prosper in all things, just as your soul prospers. Beloved, receive these words as a gentle sunrise warming your face. I have woven abundance into the very fabric of your being. When I breathed life into you, I set eternity in your heart and seeded every moment with possibility. The world may measure prosperity by numbers that rise and fall, by applause that fades, or by possessions that rust, but I measure it by the flourishing of your inner garden, where peace, courage, and holy joy blossom in every season. As those hidden roots deepen in me, the visible branches of your life will unfurl. Relationships healed, purpose clarified, dreams revived, provision flowing like a river that never runs dry. Do not fear scarcity. Scarcity is a mirage that dissolves in the radiance of my presence. Lift your eyes from the temporary droughts of circumstance to my eternal reservoir and drink deeply of the living water that I supply without measure. Prosperity begins in the quiet chambers of your soul, where you choose trust over worry, gratitude over complaint, and worship over anxiety. Each time you turn your gaze toward me, you open a window that allows heaven's fragrance to perfume the atmosphere of your mind. Even in crowded rooms or bustling city streets, you can carry an oasis within, an inner sanctuary where my voice speaks louder than the clamor surrounding you. Guard that sanctuary, for out of it flow the springs of life. Let my words saturate the soil there. My promises are living seeds, sure to sprout when watered with faith. Some seeds break through the surface quickly, others mature in hidden darkness, but all will bear fruit appointed for its time. Rejoice in the unseen work I am doing within you, the restructuring of thought patterns, the healing of forgotten wounds, and the forging of resilience that will one day surprise even you with its strength. I see the places where you feel behind, where deadlines taunt and expectations press like heavy stones against your ribs. Hear me, you're not late. You're right on schedule in my divine itinerary. I specialize in sudden turnarounds, in breakthroughs that arrive at the final hour, and in multiplying small loaves into unlikely feasts. Your part is to stay yielded, hands open, heart pliable, so that I can shape opportunities from what others discard, and beauty from what once felt broken beyond repair. Do not despise the humble tasks, the ordinary Tuesdays, the hidden seasons where applause is absent. These are my training grounds where I teach your soul the cadence of contentment and the language of hope. The prosperity that begins inside you will outlast every economic shift, every cultural trend, because its source is me. Immovable, inexhaustible, and infinitely generous. Think of your life as a tapestry stretched across generations, with every act of kindness, every whispered prayer, and every courageous yes, another vibrant thread woven, coloring future chapters you may never read this side of eternity. Prosperity is not merely what you gather, but what you give. Not only the comfort you enjoy, but the comfort you extend. When you honor me with your resources, your time, talent, and treasure, you partner with a kingdom economy where giving invites multiplication. I can turn a single obedient seed into a forest of blessing, a solitary tear into a river of healing for many. So release the need to clutch tightly. Your Father owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I delight in surprising my children with creative provision. Trust that generosity will never empty you. It simply makes room for fresh outpourings you have yet to imagine. Perhaps you wonder how to prosper when storms rage and the soil of circumstance seems infertile. Remember Peter walking on the waves. Prosperity is not the absence of turbulence, but the presence of my hand steadying you above it. Fix your eyes on me and let faith override the logic that screams impossible. I am training your spiritual muscles to stand firm on shifting ground, to sing in the prison before chains fall, and to plant vineyards in valleys others call barren. The prosperity in your soul will teach you to glean treasure from trials, to harvest revelation from hardship, and to discover me in deeper dimensions precisely where fear predicted defeat. One day, you will look back and see that the winds intended to break you only propelled you farther into my purpose. Rest now, beloved, in the assurance that I rejoice over your growth. Do not rush the process or compare your timeline to another's. The bloom of every flower follows its own mysterious clock. Celebrate small victories, anxiety surrendered, forgiveness chosen, boundaries honored. For these are the first fruits of a prosperous soul. As you sleep tonight, know that I am the gardener who never slumbers, tending every seed and pruning every branch in perfect love. I orchestrate divine appointments, align favor like constellations, and prepare tomorrow's manna before dawn breaks. Wake with expectation, for I have already filled your path with opportunities to thrive and to bless. Walk in them boldly, carrying the fragrance of heaven into every interaction. Let your life, a flourishing soul overflowing into prosperous living, be a living letter that reads, My God is faithful, my Father is good, and his abundance knows no end. May those internal struggles that tear at your soul end, and may your face reflect the happiness and tranquility that my Holy Spirit gives you. If your world falls apart and your spirit is shattered, come into my arms. Here with me, you find a moment of peace away from the noise, shouting, and threats of this world. Be strong and brave. Do not be afraid or dismayed. Do not let your problems discourage you or stop because of your enemies and their attacks. If you get upset, you lose. If you are filled with fear, you may make mistakes. If you reject my word and cling to doubts, you will sink into confusion and struggle to trust in my help. That is why I speak to you today and ask you again. Do not be afraid. Do not lose your calm. Here in my hands I keep your soul and cover you with my holy mantle of tranquility and peace. I know well what you're going through. I see your feet wounded by the thorns and sharp rocks along your path. But despite your suffering, and even if your situation seems impossible, I command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. With these words that you receive now, I heal your soul and relieve your pain. I have poured the oil of peace upon your heart. I have brought new strength into your life. I have revealed my will to you today, how much you are worth to me, and how deeply your life matters to me. I want your success and your well-being. I do not rejoice in your suffering. I want to lift you up with victory, especially on days when you feel low. Hold on to this love, so real, so sincere, so true and tender. For right now you are already feeling this beautiful emotion and a supernatural sensation of healing. You belong to me. Type yes if you are ready for the blessings that you are about to receive. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Do not forget it. Let these words settle over your heart like the hush that falls after a cleansing rain, soft, steady, and unmistakable. Before you spoke your first word or took your first step, I etched my claim upon your very being. I chose you when the stars were still rehearsing their first song, when oceans had not yet tasted the pull of the moon. Nothing in all creation carries the authority to revoke what I declared that day. Culture may try to assign you temporary labels: successful, inadequate, overlooked, celebrated. but none of them can outvoice the everlasting seal of my ownership. You are mine in the morning when sunlight spills across your pillow, mine when doubt lurks in the edges of your mind, mine when laughter dances through your lungs, and mine when tears paint silent stories on your face. I hold you through every octave of emotion because my love is not a fleeting melody. It is the symphony that scores your existence. Pause and breathe in that reality. I see how quickly the din of deadlines, notifications, and opinions can drown out the quiet certainty of belonging. You scroll, compare, and wonder if you measure up. You strive, perform, and still fear you fall short. Yet my voice rises above the static. Beloved, you cannot disqualify yourself from a gift you never earned. You belong to me by grace. Your worth is not a currency to be inflated or devalued by circumstance. It is anchored in my unchanging nature. When your own thoughts accuse you, picture me stepping between you and every indictment, shielding you with nail-scarred hands that testify, paid in full. No sin surprises me. No weakness repels me. No secret hides you from me. I do not keep a ledger to calculate whether your light outweighs your shadow. I keep a covenant, sealed by blood, that proclaims forgiveness deeper than failure and mercy wider than regret. Because you are mine, I take personal responsibility for your journey. I am the shepherd who knows every twist of the valley and every crest of the hill. When the path narrows and fear whispers for you to turn back, remember that my rod of protection and my staff of guidance are never out of reach. I walk ahead to clear stumbling stones, beside to steady your steps, and behind to guard you from pursuing shadows. Even detours you thought were delays are woven into a design that culminates in goodness. Trust me with the chapters you do not understand. I am the author who never loses the plot. Lift your eyes from the tight knot of present dilemmas and trace the broader tapestry I am weaving. Each thread, joy found, grief endured, prayers still forming, shimmers with purpose in my hand. Nothing, not even what the enemy meant for harm, will escape my redemption. Belonging also means you carry my presence wherever you go. Rooms shift when you enter, because the kingdom walks in with you. When a friend's heart breaks, I pour compassion through your words. When injustice rattles the streets, I release courage through your actions. When confusion hovers over conversations, I shine wisdom through your discernment. Do not underestimate the quiet revolutions ignited by a single act of kindness, a gentle reply, a brave boundary, a whispered prayer. You are not a spectator to history, but a participant in my restoration of all things. Keep your spirit attuned to the subtle nudges of my spirit, a name that surfaces during your commute, a verse that lingers long after you close the page, a restless compassion that will not let you ignore a stranger's pain. Those gentle promptings are invitations to partner with me, and obedience to them draws heaven's realities onto earth's canvas. Yet, belonging is not maintained by constant motion. It is nurtured in stillness. Make space each day to retreat into the sanctuary of my nearness. Turn down the volume of everything clamoring for your attention, and listen for the heartbeat of grace that throbs beneath every moment. Let silence stretch long enough for your soul to remember what your intellect forget. That intimacy with me is your first calling, your truest home. In that quiet, pour out your concerns without editing and receive my thoughts without resistance. I will exchange your anxiety for assurance, your confusion for clarity, and your fatigue for fresh wind. The world insists you must always be on, but I designed you to live from overflow, not exhaustion. Sabbath rhythms, unhurried prayers, belly-deep laughter, unguarded tears. These are sacred practices that remind you who you are and whose you are. Guard them fiercely. They are wells from which future courage will draw. Rest tonight under the canopy of my unshakable devotion. As you close your eyes, surrender the day's unfinished edges into my keeping. I am already active in the places where you feel helpless, softening hardened hearts, opening doors no human hand can pry, and orchestrating divine appointments that will unfold like dawn. You can sleep because I do not. Angels stand watch, demons retreat, and the cadence of my blessing hums over you like a lullaby. You belong to me. Do not forget it. Wake tomorrow with the same truth lighting your soul like a sunrise, bold, gentle, undeniable. Let it steady your gait, soften your tone, and lift your chin. Walk into your world, cafes and classrooms, boardrooms and living rooms, with the quiet confidence of one completely and irrevocably loved. And should the day try to make you question that reality, return to this anchor. You are mine, eternally enveloped in grace, tirelessly pursued by goodness, and forever held in the sovereign embrace of the one who calls you beloved. Hold on to these promises, and I will see to it that you live a supernatural life. Your heart needs me, your very being yearns for me. Your soul cries out for the sweet love and affection of your Father, who loves you, cares for you, and guides you. Your lips will be filled with praise, and you will sing to the four winds, full of hope, this word of faith that strengthens and lifts you up. Beloved, I can already hear the melody forming within you, an anthem rising from the quiet chambers of your heart, like morning light cresting over distant hills. Though you may feel ordinary, your voice is woven with strands of eternity, capable of carrying heaven's truth into the furthest corners of your everyday world. Let each breath remember its origin in me, each syllable carry my fragrance, each note testify that darkness cannot mute the sound of redemption. When you open your mouth in gratitude, chains, seen and unseen, begin to loosen. Accusations lose their grip, memories once heavy with regret grow light, and sorrow retreats before the radiance of a soul determined to exalt its creator. Do not wait for flawless circumstances or a crowd's approval. Lift your song right here, right now, and watch how praise turns common ground into holy space. I know the ache of delayed dreams, the fatigue that whispers you have nothing left to offer, and the discouragement that creeps in when prayers seem unanswered. But hear me, hope is not a fragile candle flickering at the mercy of life's storms. Hope is a blaze I kindle deep within you, a fire no adversity can smother. Stoke it with remembrance. Revisit every rescue, every provision, every whisper of comfort that carried you through past trials. Let those memories become the kindling that fuels today's worship. When doubt tries to douse your confidence, speak my promises aloud. They are eternal, unbreakable, and sharper than any blade forged by fear. Tell the north that I am faithful, the south that I am healer, the east that I am peace, and the west that I am victory. Your declaration is not empty sound. It is a trumpet that summons angelic armies and causes the enemy's strategies to crumble like sandcastles under a rising tide. Know also that praise does not simply travel outward. It echoes back to fortify the one who sings. As your words ascend, I pour strength in equal measure, courage to step forward when your knees still tremble, clarity to choose forgiveness over resentment, and resilience to stand tall even when outcomes remain uncertain. Praise recalibrates your inner compass, pointing your attention to my unchanging character rather than the shifting tides of circumstance. It resists the gravity of despair that seeks to pull you into resignation, and instead lifts your spirit to soar above the turbulence, seeing life from the vantage point of my sovereignty. What feels impossible from ground level becomes entirely plausible when viewed from the heights of worship. So let the song flow unhindered through kitchen routines, traffic jams, evening walks, and midnight wake-ups. Every setting is an altar when your heart is fixed on me. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your praise. A simple blessing spoken over a child can plant seeds of courage that blossom decades later. A word of gratitude offered to a weary cashier can shift an entire shift's atmosphere. A hymn hummed in a hospital corridor can become the soundtrack of hope for someone clinging to fragile faith. Because you belong to me, your voice carries kingdom authority. Quiet yet compelling, gentle yet unstoppable. Even when you praise with tears in your eyes, you testify that sorrow is not your sovereign. I am. Your song becomes a lighthouse for others navigating their own night seas, guiding them toward the shore of my unfailing love. Therefore, sing boldly, sing tenderly, sing persistently, and know that heaven harmonizes with every note you release. And remember, praise is not reserved for seasons of triumph. It is also the language of trust in the valley of shadows. When answers delay and pain lingers, worship becomes a sacrifice, precious and powerful. In that holy transaction, you offer me your raw honesty, and I exchange it for a deeper awareness of my sustaining presence. Your song may sound softer on hard days, but it is never less valuable. Indeed, praise given in weakness carries a fragrance that fills my throne room with rare incense. Lean on me in those moments. I will steady your trembling hands, tune your wavering voice, and wrap your brokenness in mercy until it glows with testimony. Night will not have the final word. The dawn I have appointed is already streaking the horizon with color, and you will meet it singing, stronger, wiser, and radiant with glory reflected from my face. So breathe deeply and let gratitude swell again. Speak blessings over your own life. My God is present. His Spirit empowers me. His grace is sufficient. His joy is my strength. Speak blessings over your family, your work, and your city. The Lord's favor rests here. His goodness pursues us. His wisdom guides our decisions. Then, lift your eyes, stretch your voice, and send your praise into every direction, north, south, east, and west. The winds will carry it farther than you imagine, sowing hope in fields you may never see until eternity reveals the harvest. As you live this lifestyle of exaltation, you will discover that praise is not merely something you do, it is who you are, a living instrument tuned to the heartbeat of heaven, forever strengthened and lifted by the word of faith I have placed upon your lips. Under my shadow and protection, I keep you, and though violent waters may batter your life and try to steal your joy, I respond to your affliction. I give you something greater and better, this eternal, unshakable joy that renews your faith and strengthens your heart every day. When you leave your house to fight for your life, you will be brave. You will try hard, and you will not faint. Even if your day is dark and filled with storms, you will fear nothing. You will not give in or surrender to anyone, and at the end of your journey, you will come to me, finding refuge in my arms. I will cover you once again with my tender love and give you a happiness no one can take away. Listen to me carefully. Give me your soul. Engrave these words in your heart. Do not ignore them. Do not forget them. You have been searching for answers. You want to raise your sails, and you are waiting for the wind of my blessing to blow and take you to the harbor where your blessing awaits. Do not worry, my little girl, my son. The trumpets are already sounding. Your heart is singing, and the angels of heaven join in praise. I will be with you wherever you go. You have the ability to succeed. You can do it. Your simple heart and the love you have for me will fill you with strength. You have been faithful in little things. On the difficult road, you were diligent and hardworking. That is why I'm going to take you up to where you need to be, to the place where my word abounds and where your soul will prosper. If you want to receive more wisdom, remove all distractions from your life. You do not have time to waste. My coming is near. You have to keep your faith burning. Here I am. I come to supply the needs of your soul. I will put bread on your table. I will bring abundant provision and health to your home. Answer me with your love, your obedience, and your loyalty. I love you and want to bless you more. So it was, so it is, and so it will be. Come, stay with me here this day. Sit beside me, you and we will wait for the rough winds to calm. I feel your heart trembling with fear, with tiredness, with the weight of facing so much and not knowing what to do. So many unanswered questions, so many problems to solve. You have every right to rest your head on my shoulder, to stay still and silent. You do not have to talk or tell me anything. You do not have to ask me for anything. Be still. How many times have I failed you? None. You always come out ahead. Your faith never ends. And the more problems you have, the more you can believe that victory is already yours. For I have overcome the world for you. You are an example of dedication, faith, and commitment. After fighting so much, it is normal to feel tired. That is not wrong. The problem would be if you forgot about me and looked for strength and help in the wrong places. But whenever you have a conflict, you already know the way. You come back to me. You spend time in my presence, and so you renew your strength. Your ideas settle, your thoughts are put in order, and you make a list of your priorities, a tally of your dreams. You return to your simplicity. You must focus on the people you love and the things that are worthwhile. Problems and situations come and go. Family conflicts end and are forgotten. Quarrels fade. Your life is about growing, getting stronger, getting to know me, becoming better every day, submitting to my will, and enjoying that beautiful peace that comes when you believe and know that you and your family are in my hands. I will not let you down. I repeat, that is why I want to inspire you with these tender words and help you understand that it's not wrong to feel tired. You do not need to apologize for being exhausted. You have spent your time and energy on important matters. You try so hard to make things work. Problems and stress arrive. You feel frustrated, but come to me again. Here with me, resting under my shade and shelter, you will feel more than well, strengthened and renewed. I'm always willing to help you. Come every day to listen to me and promise me that this day you will walk through your life thinking about my words and remembering me. I love you. Do not forget me when you receive what you have asked for. When peace comes into your life, your anguish will end and true prosperity will arrive. Do not stop listening to me or praying. Keep filling yourself with my word. The enemy seeks those who forget me to trap them in his deceptions. If you do not nourish your faith, you can be attacked by disbelief and discouragement. But I am here to strengthen and protect you. You are here to accept my will and believe me. Acknowledge with gratitude all the good things I have already given you. It is true that you have also gone through difficult trials, but you are still listening to my word. You have life. I offer you the opportunity to keep fighting and to see a time of peace and blessing for your family. Never, never lose this grateful attitude. Do not give importance to negativity or bad news. Learn from me. Seek the good in people. Every morning when you open your eyes, make a list of the blessings you already have and place your needs, your health, and your work in my hand. Stand up and go to your tasks with enthusiasm and faith. Those things that seem impossible to you, I will take care of them. Show those around you that believing in me and following me truly changes your life. Instead of sadness and discouragement, a fountain of faith and joy now springs from your heart. You feel confident and secure, knowing there is nothing in this world that can take away this joy from you. No one can take away the blessings given by your Almighty Heavenly Father. Your family, you, and all the people you know need this love I have for you. It is faithful and true, unwavering, sincere, unconditional, and eternal. I am not giving you a list of requirements so I can love you. I am putting my spirit within you, and He will teach you how to seek me and please me. He will help you sense clearly when you are doing what is right and will knock on the window of your soul to warn you about dangers you cannot see. Receive this sincere love. Do not forget me when you reach your goals. If you want even more blessings, let me see humility in your heart, faith in your steps, and loyalty in your decisions. Show me your faithfulness. Follow me, love me, and obey me unfailingly, and you and your family will be blessed for all eternity. Have faith and wait. I am blessing you greatly. Receive it with faith. Open the door. Let this great love enter your heart and put every feeling and emotion in its place. When things come from me, you don't have to force anything. Your blessings are coming. It is written in my word. My thoughts for you and your family are for good and prosperity. I'm going to bless your work. I will open new doors for you. I will create opportunities that belong only to you. Do not reject them. Do not cast them aside. Do not sell them cheaply. I have set my eyes on you. You are special. Your way of being, your way of thinking, that smile that adorns your face is beautiful. It gives you an air of confidence. You have shown much faith. I have seen faithfulness in your heart. I want you to put aside the foolish words others have spoken over you and instead make space for my promises. My eyes search the earth looking for people like you, sincere and good hearts. I want to give you gifts, courage, resources, and talents so you can tell people about me, the poor and the rich, the healthy and the sick. I will place people in great need along your path. I will use your hands, your gaze, your smile, and your attitude to bring encouragement to souls in need of peace. With one hand, you will touch, give, and bless. With the other, you will receive. You will share what I give you, helping others with generosity. Bread in your house and all the resources you need will never be lacking. Be faithful to those who bless you. Do not speak ill of anyone. Do not associate with people who only think of destroying and stealing. Even if false friends leave you alone and deny you opportunities, they will look at you in surprise and cry in shame when they see that I have turned their bad intentions into blessings for you. They wanted to harm you. Now they will see you succeed. Persist in your faith. Today, I have given you a special message. Let me see in your eyes that desire to rise and live. You are not weak, you are strong. You are not going to die, you have just been born. You will not see sadness. You are full of joy and strength. Tell me you love me. Show me that you believe me. I want to see your beautiful smile and those bright eyes full of faith. You love me. Even in this difficult time, I come to give you my hand. Take it. Hold on to me with all your strength. Give me your deep sadness. Set aside all that worries you and come with me. With my loving embrace and divine touch, I will restore you. It is time to heal. Type yes if you are ready for the blessings that you are about to receive. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I am going to perform a miracle for you. I will certainly heal all the wounds you have suffered, but I am also going to erase them. No one will ever see in your face or your eyes all the painful situations you have gone through. You will not bear scars. This is better so that you can forget and focus on a better future. The enemy wanted to defeat you, wanted to destroy you, but I will erase every mark with my love. I am lifting many burdens off your shoulders. I have forgiven your sins. You will not be the same. The time has come for a change. The time has come for you to understand and believe that I have chosen you for something great. It is time to return home if you feel lost. It is time to reflect and get back on the right path. The holy path you once chose, but life's trials left you discouraged. It's not too late yet. That's why I came. And even though you felt distant, my love for you has only grown. I do not want to see you lost. I want us to walk together into your future, toward your harvest. I want to see the hope in your eyes as the miracles you dreamed of begin to happen before you. When you see the fruits of your hard work that cost you many tears, begin to grow and flourish. Start every day with gratitude. Do not allow words of defeat. Do not insult yourself in your thoughts. When people ask where you think you're going or why you are walking alone, you will answer, God loves me. God has restored me. My sins are erased. My past is behind me and I am not alone. God will never abandon me. He always walks by my side. He wants to see me succeed. And I believe in my God, in His grace, in His goodness. So it will be, my little daughter, my little son. This is the time of your victory. I am healing your whole being. I am clothing you with my power and my glory. I know what I am doing, and the miracle I have promised you will come in my perfect time. You will be at peace, and you will believe every word I say. If you allow anxiety to enter again, you harm yourself. You cause painful wounds in your soul and mind, wounds difficult to heal. That is why I come to give you clarity, to take your heart in my hand, and to change your way of thinking. Think about this. Listen. Read it twice. I know what I'm doing, and you know I love you. Everything I do around you is for your good, even if it hurts sometimes. Understand that I do it out of love. I do not want to see you sad. I want you to feel that beautiful emotion again, that desire to live. Give me all your trust. Let me finish the work I am doing in your soul. You are going to feel so grateful. You will realize just how much I've blessed you. I've chosen to lift you up and use you to bless many and enjoy true prosperity. Therefore, there must be no room for doubt or complaints in your mind. You do not move forward when you don't believe. You do not prosper when you doubt my promises. You don't walk by sight, you walk by faith. You don't stop when you face obstacles. Even when it seems like doors won't open and you hit iron walls, keep moving forward. The walls will fall. You are obeying me. You are defeating the enemy. Victory is waiting for you. Pay attention. Your faith in me can accomplish many things. Your trust in my word can work miracles. Believing in me is not a fantasy. I am your way in your life. My presence in you is real. I am your almighty God. I am giving you power to defeat armies, move mountains, heal the sick, and remove every curse from your life. Your faith in me means your victory. There is no time to doubt. The moment is coming to savor your triumph. For now, seek me in stillness. Wait with this peace and patience I give you. My promise is sealed with blood and love. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will never pass away. Receive my embrace with affection. Accept my will with love. I love you. Your victory will be so great you will forget your pain. You still feel the pain of wounds caused by disappointment. You trusted too much in empty promises and forgot that in this life, the only one who never fails is me. But my love is greater and my affection sweeter. My arm heals your aching heart and my word comforts your despair. Do not be afraid. I will even erase from your memory the traces of the nails your accusers used to mark you with shame and resentment. It is important for your spirit to heal and for your soul to surrender completely to my will. Without reservation, I want to rebuild your dreams and write new desires in you. I want to take you flying with me to heights you never expected to see. I want you to spread your wings and ride the winds until you reach the highest mountain you can find. Your enemies may have tried to finish you off, may have denied you opportunities, tried to fill you with shame, and drag your dignity through the dust. They wanted to strip you of the value I placed in you. They could not destroy you. It's true, you were confused for a while, but you are more valuable than the entire universe. And your strength is in me, your heavenly Father. Even if 1,000 armies rise against you and try to harm you again, this time you will be full of faith. You will no longer believe those who smile at you and speak lies, hoping you will fall into their traps. Your faith and trust are in me, not in people, for people will always fail. Your life and your heart belong to me and to no one else. You give them to me. I am tearing out of your soul the feelings that kept you tied to those who betrayed you. From now on, remember you will serve only your God. In your life, I alone hold first place. I offer you eternal life, and anyone in this world who promises you perfect faithfulness and endless happiness apart from me is not telling the truth. Do not fall into those traps again. You are coming to know me. You know how deeply I love you. You are my sweetest little lamb. Wherever you go, I will come looking for you. Any wolf that dares to harm you will have to face my consuming fire. I defend those I love. I care for those who are mine. You are forgetting your pain, and your whole being will be filled with great happiness. Tell me you believe it. Your miracle already has its appointed time. The desire of your heart will be fulfilled in my perfect timing. You know and believe that I do not fail and I do not lie. I will always give you the best. The promise I give you will bring holy, eternal, and spiritual blessing, something no envious person can take away and no thief can steal. Your faith must remain firm. The more you choose to believe, the more trials and setbacks may appear. But my little sheep, you must always remain calm. Those problems you see are only the desperate cries of your enemy who still imagines he can defeat you. You know that you have my help, that your blessing is coming, and no one can stop it. I will never give you things that will hurt you. If you ask me for bread, I will not give you a stone. If you long to drink from the holy spring, I will not give you bitter water. I would never send you to live in a broken-down, ruined house when I have prepared a heavenly abode for you. I am your Father, and I want the best for you. I am not thinking of punishing you or giving you pointless tests. Many live fighting and angry with me, swinging their fist at the wind and complaining to the air, but I love them. I'm not angry with anyone. I wake everyone up every day with the light of the sun. You can breathe, feel, think, and live. To everyone, young and old, I give the chance to choose the true path. Many know the difference between good and evil, and they know I exist and that I love them, but they do not want to come to me. They do not want to lose their false freedom. They think they are free if they disobey me, but their own foolishness blinds them, and they fall into their own traps. The enemy prowls around like a roaring lion seeking someone to devour, and he first catches those who forget me, reject me, pursue false happiness, and stop trusting in me. But you will always be surrounded by my favor and mercy. You will see many miracles. Some walk away from me because someone told them I do not accept them, that I reject them. That is not the truth. Receive my blessing. Allow your heart to be filled with my spirit. Do not stop giving thanks. Do not stop praying. Keep feeding yourself with my word. Come every day attentive to listen, for in your life my power and my love will be manifested. The day of your miracle will soon be fulfilled. How beautiful it is when you wake up knowing you have my blessing, and when you open your eyes, you know you will never be alone. You always live surrounded by my love. You breathe in the air perfumed with my grace. Upon your skin, you feel the gentle caress of my powerful hand, giving you confidence and courage. No matter if the day is easy or difficult, we are united. We are unbreakable. We will never be defeated. With that faith you have, you can leap over walls, defeat armies, win 1,000 battles, become a champion, and prevail in the supernatural realm. You should never fear what the new day will bring, nor fear the future, because my word is written. It contains the promises you need to know. Your future is beautiful and blessed by my side for all eternity. And as long as you are on this earth, you have every right, every wisdom and strength to live in victory, surrounded by peace and happiness. I say it to you again. Your joy, your strength, your desire to fight and to live come only from me. I have the first place in all things, and in all things I show you my mercy. Every morning when you wake up, you will no longer struggle with dry emotions that steal your tears. At sunrise, instead of waking up to happiness, sadness has sometimes chained you, preventing you from using the strength I give. But I have the power to free you. I am your healer. The time for your suffering to end has come. It is up to you. If you listen to your accusers, you will sink back into a terrible depression. But if you believe me and obey me, you will be free forever and truly happy. I want you to continue as you are today, happy, joyful, full of plans and desires, feeling brave and strong, ready to conquer your dreams. I do not want you to go back to being tied down and punished by your own emotions again. All that is past. If your faith remains firm, those days of affliction will never return. I love you. Never forget this. Open your eyes and look around you. Tune your ears and listen carefully. Hour after hour, second after second, my love continues to strengthen you and give you courage to press on. You will rise every morning filled with courage, peace, and joy. You have already been tested. Now it is your turn to be blessed. You have suffered enough and learned so many valuable lessons from all you have endured. You were brave, facing hardships you never expected. It was not your fault. It was not you who caused them. The enemy wanted to shake you as the wind shakes the wheat, and in your desperation, you released your seeds. They fell to the ground, watered with the tears you shed in your pain. But open your eyes with faith, for the earth trembles and a green shoot rises. You can already see it. Let it be engraved in your heart that this year you will reap a great harvest. The seeds you thought were dead have come back to life and will now return to you as fruit. Beautiful, great, and true blessings that enrich your spirit and bring no sorrow with them. They come not loaded with tension or problems. I have placed you exactly where you can prosper. If you understand that I am your shepherd, your provision will come from me. If you treat others well but do not place your whole trust in any mortal being, if you obey my commands and leave doubt and pessimism behind, rising up with faith, I can perform great miracles and wonders. It is possible if you believe it. It is done if you see it with the eyes of faith. But this is not a game. This is not luck or magic or empty declarations. I speak to you from my holy word, which is always fulfilled at the perfect time, according to my will. You want change. You want things to go well for your family, to lack nothing, for all to seek my compassion, and for wisdom and truth to fill your lives. You desire transformation with all your heart. I want to transform you, and I can. I have the power. I can change hearts and minds overnight, and I will. But I always need your faith. You are entering a new land. You will soon see. Leave what is behind and reach forward with faith. Hold tightly to the blessing I set before you. The test is passed. Your time has come. Today, I will perform beautiful miracles in your life, and everything will be better for your family. Things will change. Your faith, my power, and your trust in my love will achieve many things. That is why I insist every day, and I will continue to tell you, you need to bend your knees and pray continually. This has been a time of struggle, of ongoing battles, a war in the spiritual world for your family and your life. This is your time to rise. You are brave. If you want to see changes around you, if you want many things to be different, you must stand up with courage. Your situation will get better. Keep trying and leave the hardest things to me. Make me a part of your life. Believe with faith. Read my word. Seek me constantly. I will transform circumstances and people's hearts. Many doors will open for you. Work will abound in your life. You will not lack bread. After a season of difficult trials comes the year of opportunity, but only for those who love me, who are truly awake, who are listening to me every day, whose eyes and ears are wide open. You are one of those who love me and seek blessings with love and humility. Let this invitation soak into your soul like warm rain on thirsty ground. I know how often you stand beneath the downpour of my favor with your hands half closed, uncertain whether you're worthy to receive. You replay memories of failure, recite reasons why the gifts should belong to someone better, and shrink beneath the weight of comparison. Yet every good thing that reaches your life flows first through the river of my heart, not through the ledger of your achievements. Blessings are not prizes for perfect performance. They are love notes from a father who delights in seeing his child flourish. I give because I'm generous. I lavish grace because grace is my nature. Open your palms, beloved, and feel the gentle heaviness of mercy settling there. Unexpected provision, restored relationship, inner peace that defies logic, the spark of a fresh dream. Accept them not as trophies to polish, but as reminders that you are cherished beyond calculation. Receive each blessing with love, for love is the only currency heaven recognizes. When gratitude brims over, it becomes a song that harmonizes with angels, echoing through unseen realms. Say thank you with your words. Whisper it over steaming coffee. Murmur it while traffic idles. Sing it while dishes clink in the sink. But let your gratitude also bloom into action. Share what overflows. Encourage the weary. Create beauty that points minds toward hope. Love turns blessings into seeds that multiply across fields you may never walk. A single smile offered in sincerity can shift someone's internal weather. A simple meal given can remind a lonely soul that provision still finds them. As love circulates, the blessings you thought were small, they break open like loaves and fishes, feeding multitudes with comfort and courage. What began as a private gift becomes a public testimony that my goodness is both personal and abundant. Hold your blessings with humility, for humility guards the heart from entitlement and pride. Humility does not deny the gift or downplay its brilliance. Rather, it recognizes me as the giver and rests secure in that relationship. It remembers that sunlight and rain kiss every garden, that talents are entrusted stewardships, and that tomorrow's breaths are as borrowed as today's. Humility kneels in awe when promotion arrives, understanding that influence is a platform for servanthood. It bows its head when compliments pour in, redirecting applause upward like incense. It whispers, "Apart from you I can do nothing, yet with you all things find their purpose." Walk in this posture, and your soul will stay light, unburdened by the need to prove or impress. You will celebrate others without envy, knowing treasure in my kingdom is never depleted by another's success. Humility keeps your hands open, ready to pass along blessings the moment I prompt you. Sometimes, blessings arrive disguised in ordinary wrapping. An idea at dawn, a friend's unexpected text, the quiet resilience that carried you through an anxious afternoon. Do not overlook them because they seem small or commonplace. Fireflies are tiny, yet they turn summer nights into galaxies of flickering wonder. Likewise, a single verse remembered in a waiting room can illuminate hours of uncertainty, and a deep breath taken in surrender can shift an entire day's trajectory. Train your spiritual sight to recognize these subtle gifts. Keep a journal of holy, ordinary moments and watch gratitude weave golden thread through the tapestry of your days. Over time, you will see that there is no such thing as mundane where I am present. Everything becomes miraculous when viewed through the lens of love and humility. There will be seasons when blessings feel heavy, responsibilities linked to new opportunities, perplexities hidden within answered prayers. Do not interpret weight as punishment. Sometimes, glory carries a certain gravity. Parenthood, leadership, a creative calling, restored health, each can stretch the contours of your capacity. Bring that weight to me. Yoke yourself to my strength, and you will find rest even while carrying greatness. Remember, too, that pruning is itself a blessing. I trim branches not to wound, but to increase fruitfulness. When I remove what you thought you needed, trust that I am making room for a richer harvest. Humility anchors you during pruning, because it believes my motives are always kind and my timing always perfect. As blessings accumulate, resist the subtle drift toward complacency. Comfort can lull vision to sleep if you clutch it too tightly. Let every gift remind you of purpose. You are blessed to shine, to serve, to build bridges between despair and hope. Ask my spirit daily, how can I steward what you've placed in my hands? He will guide you to projects that ignite your passion, people who sharpen your faith, and places where your unique story unlocks hearts. partnered with me, your life becomes a conduit, a living parable of grace flowing in and grace flowing out. As you pour, you will discover the mystery of my economy. The more you release, the more you receive, not always in the same form, but always in the same love. Tonight, lay your head down under the canopy of gratitude. Trace the day's blessings like constellations, some bright and bold, others faint yet faithful, and let their collective glow lull you into peace. Whisper, "Thank you," until drowsiness mingles with worship. While you sleep, I will guard the gifts already given and orchestrate fresh mercies for tomorrow's dawn. Angels will stand watch, and my spirit will breathe inspiration into dreams. Wake expecting goodness, for my storehouse is never empty. Step into the morning with arms wide, heart low, and eyes awake to wonder. Type yes if you are ready for the blessings that you are about to receive. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Accept your blessings with love and humility, and watch them transform not only your life, but the lives of all who encounter the fragrance of my favor upon you. Many people do not want to receive them because they feel unworthy or believe they are not ready. They let the blessings pass by and then complain that I have not answered them. But with my powerful blood I have washed you. Your sins are forgiven. Your attitude is one of sincere faith. I see it gleaming beneath the dust of routine, steady even when emotions wobble and circumstances tug at the seams of your peace. You may think your belief is small, an ember flickering inside a drafty heart, yet I call it radiant because it turns toward me again and again. Each time you choose trust over worry, gratitude over grumbling, and perseverance over resignation, the posture of your soul aligns with heaven's melody. Though doubts may knock and fear may shout, you keep answering with the quiet confession, "My God is faithful." Do you realize how that confession echoes through the unseen? Angels lean in to celebrate, darkness recoils, and my spirit fans courage into fuller flame. Your sincere faith does not require composure, it requires honest dependence. In every moment you lean on me, whether whispering a hurried prayer in traffic or pausing to breathe scripture over a weary mind, roots of trust grow deeper, anchoring you for storms still beyond the horizon. I delight in the choices you make when no one is watching, closing your lips instead of criticizing, offering a smile instead of a sigh, breathing forgiveness into a wound still tender. Such hidden acts of obedience become seeds of unseen harvest. One day you will look back and realize that the peace surrounding your life was woven from thousands of quiet yeses, threads of faith stitched into ordinary hours. Do not belittle these small acts. Mustard seed faith still moves mountains, and minefields of discouragement are disarmed by whispered amens. When fatigue tries to rebrand itself as futility, remember this: I notice every cup of cold water offered in my name, every silent surrender, every verse recited through tears. Nothing disappears into the void. Everything nests in my record of redemption, ready to bloom into breakthroughs you could never orchestrate. Sincere faith is not a dramatic, once-in-a-lifetime leap. It is a daily cadence of trust, steps sometimes brisk, sometimes trembling, always moving toward me. Because your attitude is one of sincere faith, you carry a fragrance that alters atmospheres. You may not see it, but hope ripples out from you like rings on water. A coworker overhears your calm response and finds courage for her own chaos. A child watches your consistency and learns what steadfast love looks like. A stranger feels noticed by your gentle hello and remembers that kindness still exists. These ripples reach farther than your vision and linger longer than your timeline. One day in eternity, you will meet souls strengthened by moments you have already forgotten, but I have not. Walk on then with confidence that your everyday trust partners with me, in quiet revolutions. When self-doubt whispers that your influence is too small, let my truth reply. A yielded heart becomes a funnel for limitless grace. Remain available, and I will pour through you. Comfort for the grieving, wisdom for the searching, laughter for the weary, and guidance for the lost. Sincere faith also grants you holy eyesight. You learn to read headlines through the lens of sovereignty and setbacks through the lens of promise. You do not deny hard realities, yet you refuse them, the final word. Instead, you search for me in the middle of messes, like a treasure hunter sifting sand for gold, and you find me again and again in a doctor's unexpected optimism, a verse that lands with perfect timing, a door that opens just wide enough for next steps. Faith sharpens your discernment, so you can separate temporary turbulence from eternal truth. Thus, while the world flinches at every rumor, your heart remains steady, tethered to the rock that cannot be shaken. Let that steadiness guard your thoughts tonight. Release unfinished concerns into my capable hands. They rest more securely with me than clenched beneath your pillow. Sleep beneath the banner of my faithfulness, and awaken tomorrow prepared to greet dawn with the same resolve. I will trust my God again today. Finally, remember that sincere faith is never a solo endeavor. It thrives in communion. Draw near to me in unhurried silence. Let my presence oxygenate your spirit. Open the pages of my word and drink slow, allowing ancient promises to soak modern anxieties. Gather with fellow pilgrims for shared worship. It braids individual threads of belief into unbreakable cords of unity. Offer your story, yes, even the chapter still in progress, as proof that grace outruns guilt and purpose outlives pain. And when others share their fragile hopes, handle them gently, for you are holding holy ground. In giving and receiving, praying and listening, laughing and lamenting, your sincere faith will expand like lungs, learning to inhale deeper draughts of my goodness. Move through this day and every day with shoulders relaxed, head lifted, and heart attuned to my steady whisper. I am pleased with your trust. Keep walking. Keep believing. Your attitude of sincere faith is a song in my ears and a light upon your path, and I will complete every good work I have begun in you. You have learned to take seriously this word that transforms and liberates you. My love has made you worthy. Do not try to blame yourself for the past. Do not worry about what others think. If your Heavenly Father has already forgiven you, if you asked for forgiveness and others did not want to forgive you, if you have already paid the price for the pain caused and people still accuse you, leave them to me. I will take care of all with justice. You will need to leave your accusers behind, even if they are friends or relatives. Move forward. They will not advance. They will return to failure. You walk toward the future. They chose to ignore me when given the chance. They followed their foolish ways and were ashamed of me, preferring to please others. That is why they cannot see you as you are. If you remain with negative people, they will fill you with guilt and shame about the past and force you to regress. I do not want that for you. I want you to remain firm in your faith and come into my presence every day. No matter what others say, do not miss our important appointment. I will be waiting for you. Give me a few minutes from your busy schedule and come listen to me. Promise me you will do this. The strength I want to give you is essential for your journey. You need my Holy Spirit. Every time you bend your knees, surrender your will, and dedicate your life to me, I will fill you. You will find yourself immersed in wonder, where miracles are possible, where pain turns into happiness and sadness is transformed into joy. Open your arms. Open the doors of your home. Clean and arrange your space. This coming harvest will bring you and your family great happiness and abundant blessing. Give me your thoughts. Give me your heart. Place in my hands right now those worries that are destroying your faith and your dreams. Give me those anxieties that make you doubt my love. You do not have to go through storms that begin in your mind. Do not let the winds of despair drag you down the streets of pain any longer. Who will you listen to? The cries of discouragement, the lies of failure, or the voice of my affection? Come away with me for a moment and let the clamor around you fade into the hush of my presence. I see how tormenting whispers coil around your thoughts, replaying disappointments until they feel permanent, rehearsing mistakes until they seem to name you. Those voices magnify losses, predict rejections, and declare you unworthy of fresh beginnings. But I am here speaking a different word. Beloved, I called you by that name long before you felt the sting of defeat, long before fear learned your address. Let that truth sink in like morning light seeping through drawn curtains. Slow, steady, unstoppable. My affection is not a fragile sentiment. It is a force stronger than the grave, a banner flying high over every battlefield of your mind, proclaiming, "This one is mine." Pause and breathe deep. Notice how your heartbeat slows when you remember that I, the creator of galaxies and guardian of sparrows, hold you closer than your next breath. Discouragement may arrive dressed in logic and statistics. Failure may present dossiers of evidence, but neither opinion is final. My love writes the last word. I weave redemption from strands of broken hopes, shape testimonies out of shattered plans, and crown ordinary lives with extraordinary purpose. The voices of shame insist that your worth hinges on flawless performance. My voice announces that your worth is settled by flawless grace. The world measures success by applause that fades. I measure growth by surrender that deepens. Lean into my affection until it becomes the loudest sound you hear, the surest compass you follow, the warmest shelter you choose. Look back with me for a moment, not to resurrect regret, but to recognize my footprints in the dust of your yesterdays. Remember the night you thought joy had abandoned you, and how an unexpected laugh slipped through the cracks? That was me, nudging hope into your gloom. Recall the door that slammed shut, only for a wiser door to open later, perfectly timed? That was my sovereignty, redirecting your steps. Think of the strength that surged when you should have collapsed, courage that felt borrowed, peace that seemed impossible. That was my spirit empowering you beyond natural limits. Every rescue, every whisper, every hidden miracle was my affection in motion. So when discouragement now predicts a barren future, counter it with evidence of my past faithfulness. Testimonies are seeds that bloom into fresh faith. Still, I know discouragement can disguise itself as common sense, and failure can masquerade as finality. They speak in tones that feel familiar, sometimes echoing voices you loved, sometimes mimicking your own inner critic, until you assume their narratives are yours. But voices reveal their sources. Condemnation originates in the accuser, while conviction arises from my loving correction. Condemnation says you will never change. Conviction says, walk this way into freedom. Condemnation locks doors. Affection opens them. When you feel a voice pushing you toward isolation, hopelessness, or self-loathing, expose it to the light of my word. Does it align with truth that sets free, or with lies that paralyze? Feed whatever voice builds courage, and starve whatever voice feeds fear. Type yes if you are ready for the blessings that you are about to receive. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You do this by choosing your meditations, scriptures sung in the shower, promises taped to your mirror, gratitude whispered on your commute, and prayers breathed before sleep. These simple practices amplify my affection until discouragement fades like a muffled radio in another room. My love does not deny the reality of setbacks. It redefines them as stepping stones. Even failure, when surrendered, becomes fertile soil where humility grows, empathy blossoms, and wisdom takes root. Did Peter's denial disqualify him? No, it deepened his dependence and unleashed his destiny. Did Moses' stutter silence his calling? No, it became the backdrop for my strength. Your weaknesses are invitations for my power to shine, not excuses for retreat. So rise, beloved, and take the next small step, even if your knees still tremble. Draft the resume, enroll in the class, say the first apology, write the first page, and send the hesitant yes. Heaven partners with motion. Angelic assignments await your obedient footsteps. As you move, provision will meet you. Resources, relationships, and revelations you cannot foresee while standing still. Listen also for my affection in the cadence of creation. Sunrise spills gold across the horizon, announcing, "My mercies are new again." Birds thread the sky with songs no audience applauds, yet I hear them and I hear you. River currents carry yesterday's debris downstream, reminding you to release what no longer serves growth. Even the night, with its velvet hush, invites you into rest that mends weary places. All creation preaches a silent sermon. Trust the one who sustains us, he will sustain you. Let nature tutor you in receiving light, oxygen, rest, and above all, love. When discouragement hisses that the world is harsh and hope naive, lift your eyes to the faithful sunrise and remember, resilience is woven into the universe because I wove it into you. Yet, child, my affection is most clearly heard in the stillness of intimate prayer. Find a quiet corner, even a parked car, a bathroom stall, a few midnight minutes, and pour out your honest lament. I am not shocked by your doubts, not intimidated by your anger, and not impatient with your questions. Raw honesty invites raw grace, and where grace flows, lies cannot cling. Let tears wash away the dust of pretense. Let silence cradle you until my whispers surface. I am for you. I am with you. I have plans for you. Stay until the truth settles deeper than emotion and steadier than circumstance. Then rise, fortified, knowing whose voice you carry into crowded rooms and lonely corridors alike. So, who will you listen to? Choose the voice that breathes stars, yet stoops to count the hairs on your head. Choose the voice that defeated death, yet wipes each tear you shed. Choose the voice that authored eternity, yet writes love letters in daily mercies. Let discouragement's cries fade into background noise. Let failure's lies fall flat against the shield of faith. And let my affection guide your every step. Walk forward with head lifted, shoulders eased, and heart humming with hope. Speak life into conversations, blessings over strangers, and praise into midnight hours. Watch how atmospheres shift when my beloved believes my voice. And every night, return to this anchor. I loved you first. I love you now. I will love you always. My affection is your North Star, your steady ground, your endless song. Listen and live. You do not need to grovel in despair when I have shown you time and again that if you believe my word, I will open the gates of heaven wide for you. You are my child, and those who belong to me will not live in darkness. My spirit is with you, comforting you wherever you are, wherever you go. In the hush of dawn, when dreams still cling to the edges of your mind, feel my nearness pressing gently against your thoughts like sunlight through a curtain. Even before your first conscious breath, I am already surrounding you, hovering over your bed, tracing the shape of your hopes and blessing the work that waits beyond the threshold of morning. I have wrapped you in an invisible mantle of peace that the world cannot manufacture and circumstances cannot unravel. Let that peace settle over you like a soft cloak, steadying the pulse that quickens when unknowns crowd the horizon. Every errand, every conversation, every step you will take today has been mapped by me. And I travel each segment at your side, whispering strength into the very places that once quivered with uncertainty. Nothing you encounter will surprise me or outrun my provision. Nothing will outshine my word that continually sings. Beloved, you are safe in me. My spirit is with you when the routine turns restless, and the hum of daily obligations threatens to drown the song of your heart. I see you scrolling through expectations, measuring your worth by ticking clocks and unfinished lists. Pause, child, and sense the sacred hush beneath the noise. Close your eyes for a heartbeat and inhale the assurance that your value was sealed long before a single task was completed. I do not call you productive, I call you precious. The world applauds speed, but I bless stillness. It celebrates achievement, but I crown faithfulness. Allow my presence to disentangle you from the tyranny of urgency. As you move through classrooms, corridors, office chairs, and checkout lines, carry the quiet confidence that heaven walks these corridors with you. Your very breathing becomes a prayer when you remember me. Slow exhalations that say, I trust you, and gentle inhalations that whisper, you are here with me. My spirit is with you when shadows stretch across your afternoon and questions surface like uninvited guests. I feel the weight of decisions that press against your chest, the dull throb of memories that surface without warning. When fear suggests you are alone in the struggle, answer back with truth. The Lord of hosts is my closest companion. Let my word become the lens through which you interpret every headline, every diagnosis, and every delay. Hope is more than a fragile wish. It is the sturdy anchor I have hammered into the bedrock of eternity. Fasten your heart to it when circumstances swirl, and you will find footing where others slip. I have stationed angels along the ridgeline of your path, and I personally intercede when words fail you. Invite me into the tension of unsolved mysteries, and you will watch worry dissolve into wonder as I weave redemption through each thread of your story. My spirit is with you when the sun sinks low and the sky bleeds gold, folding the day into twilight. I gather your hours like treasured pearls, stringing them into a necklace of testimony that will one day adorn eternity. Notice the subtle fingerprints of my grace on the fabric of your evening, the unexpected laughter that loosened sorrow's grip, the stranger whose kindness warmed your weary soul, the moment of clarity that landed softly after long confusion. Gratitude is the doorway through which you will glimpse my abiding faithfulness. Step through it often. Speak out loud the mercies you see and watch them multiply. The more you rehearse my goodness, the louder it echoes in the chambers of your mind, drowning out the dissonance of despair. Let twilight become an altar of remembrance where you and I recount victories, some bold, some quiet, yet all stamped with the seal of my enduring love. My spirit is with you in the silence of night, when worries try to claim the emptiness left by fading light. I know how fatigue can magnify uncertainty, making shadows lurch larger than life across the walls of your imagination. In those hush-filled hours, lean back into my everlasting arms and listen for the heartbeat of grace reverberating through your spirit. I am singing lullabies over your unspoken anxieties, saturating your dreams with promises yet to unfold. While you rest, I orchestrate answers, soften hardened hearts, and calibrate circumstances in ways you cannot yet perceive. You do not need to solve tomorrow before sunrise. Surrender the pages you have not read to the author who has already penned the final chapter. I am the keeper of your nights, and no dream is beyond my reach, no nightmare beyond my redemption. My spirit is with you when dawn returns, bearing fresh mercy like dew on the grass. Yesterday's failures cannot trespass on today's field of possibility, for I have already tilled the soil with forgiveness and seeded it with new grace. Rise with expectancy, not exhaustion, for I have infused your spirit with a resilience that outshines fatigue. Each new morning carries assignments tailored to your design, words only your voice can speak, kindness only your hands can give, and prayers only your heart can birth. Ask me to open your eyes to divine intersections, a neighbor in need, a colleague on the brink, a child yearning for assurance, and I will guide you with whispers, nudges, and holy surprises. In partnering with me, you will find joy blooming where duty once felt heavy, and purpose emerging from routines you thought were mundane. My spirit is with you even now, in this very breath you draw, validating every tear, every triumph, every tremor of anticipation. You do not journey through life piecing together random fragments of blessing. You walk within a symphony already composed, each note purposeful, each rest intentional. When you feel weak, borrow my strength. When you feel small, remember you are cradled by the infinite. When you feel unseen, know you are engraved on the palms that shaped galaxies. Let this truth fortify you. My presence is not a fleeting visitor, but a permanent resident within your spirit. You are never one prayer away from me. You are one breath aware of me. Therefore, move forward, beloved, under the steadfast companionship of the one who designed you, redeemed you, and delights in you beyond comprehension. Wherever you are, wherever you go, my spirit, your counselor, comforter, and unfailing friend, goes with you now and forever. And it is not by chance that you are listening to these words. I have seen how the conflicts of life have marked you, how your enemies have hurt you in the past, and why some wounds still cause you pain. But I am here now. If you accept me, I will take you out of that agony, protect you under my wings, and cover you with my shadow. Listen to me closely. Read these words. Pay attention. Believe me. I do not want you to suffer anymore. What you are going through is not the result of my anger or my punishment. I love you so deeply, eternally. Let it be clear. I come to lift you up for good, to heal you from despair, and to bring you out of failure. You must stand up and walk toward your blessing. Even if you still feel tired, even if your heart is hurting and you are in pain, take steps of faith. Trust me again. Let these words settle in your soul like dawn's first light stretching over a restless sea. I know how the shoreline of your comfort has become familiar, how the steady hum of predictable routines and well-worn explanations has lulled you into believing you are safest within their borders. Yet even now my spirit hovers over the deep, stirring a holy curiosity within you. Feel the pull. That gentle tug is my invitation to leave the harbor you have outgrown and set your sails toward horizons your eyes have not yet seen. Your heart was designed for pilgrimage, not stagnation, and the compass of my presence points forever forward. So rise, beloved, and let your first step be yes. You remember the last time you dared to believe, how exhilaration and trembling walked hand in hand? How uncertainty rattled your breathing even as hope ignited your veins. I saw you then, and I see you now, still carrying embers of that courage beneath the ash of disappointment. Failure may have left a bruise. Unanswered prayers may still echo unanswered questions, but my purposes have not expired. I waste nothing, least of all your pain. I weave it into wisdom, into compassion, into the resilient fabric of faith that can flex with storms and still stand firm. Trust me again. This time, your stride will bear the memory of past battles and the quiet confidence of victories already won. Begin with small acts of obedience, those simple nudges that prod your conscience. A phone call you have delayed, an apology you have rehearsed but never delivered, a dream you buried under someday. When you move with me in the little, heaven gains traction in your earthly moments. Do not underestimate the power of incremental yeses. Mustard seed faith still moves mountains, and minefields of discouragement are disarmed by whispered amens. Fear will attempt to narrate your journey, whispering statistics, highlighting obstacles, and predicting ridicule. But let my voice be louder. I am the one who called Peter out of the boat, who illuminated a pillar of fire for Israel, and who spoke worlds into existence with a word. If oceans obey my command, your circumstances are not beyond my reach. Lift your eyes from the waves licking at your ankles and refocus on the steady gaze of the one who bids you come. You are never meant to measure risk with earthly scales. You are meant to measure promise by the weight of my character. Remember, I have never failed you, and I will not start now. Perhaps shame still grips your ankles, insisting you are disqualified from daring faith. Hear me. The cross has already addressed every deficit, every misstep, every doubt, and every season you retreated instead of advancing. My mercy does not merely patch holes, it rewrites storyline. Your past is not an anchor but a testimony that even broken vessels can bear living water. So release the notion that you must earn permission to dream again. Grace has signed the permission slip with crimson ink. Child, you are free to move forward, free to believe, and free to trust. Take practical steps. Enroll in the course, submit the manuscript, plant the first seed of reconciliation. Apply for the position that intimidates you. Schedule the medical appointment you have avoided. These are not random errands. They're acts of worship when done in obedience to my whisper. Provision will meet you along the way. Resources you could not have predicted, alliances you never imagined, and strength you will swear did not originate in your own resolve. Your part is motion. My part is multiplication. Expect turbulence, but also expect my miracles folded inside it. Winds may rise, but each gust can drive your sails farther than calm seas ever would. Storms reveal the sturdiness of the hull I have crafted within you, the reinforced planks of resilience, hope, and relentless joy. Sing in the tempest. Worship anchors the soul more firmly than any harbor wall. While others curse the gale, you will discover me walking calmly on its white caps, inviting you to share my vantage point, where fear is small and destiny expansive. And when night descends and fatigue whispers that progress is invisible, lie down under the canopy of my promises. Rest is not a detour from faith. It is faith's declaration that I can keep building while you sleep. Tomorrow's mercies are already queued for release. Dawn will awaken them like fresh manna scattered across a wilderness path. Rise then and continue, one obedient stride followed by another, until the landscape around you matches the vision I planted within you. In that day, you will realize every courageous forward step was really a step deeper into my heart, and trusting me again was never a risk but the surest path to life abundant. Miraculous healing will flow to you the moment you decide to believe. With every step you take, you will receive strength and be completely healed. Get up right now. Your life will change very soon. Tomorrow, everything will be different. Do you know why? Because I love you. Amen. Let this truth ring louder than doubt, stronger than fear, and deeper than weariness. My love is both the promise and the proof. It initiates the transformation and sustains it. Carry these words like a torch into the new dawn and watch the landscape blaze with possibility. I am faithful. I am near. I am for you. And that, beloved, changes everything. My beloved child, extend this light to someone waiting in silence. Your act of sharing may be their moment of breakthrough. These words are more than comfort. They're a call to action, a reminder of who you truly are. The world may feel heavy, but within you is a strength not born of this world. You were made for such days as these. You were formed for truth, for purpose, for love that cannot be shaken. If your heart found refuge here, subscribe and come back. There's more ahead, more truth, more light, more power to awaken in you. Pass this message along to someone whose spirit needs lifting. Until we return, keep your heart open, your faith strong, and your eyes fixed on the one who called you. Amen.